because I haven't actually got it on. So here we go. This is Invidious versus Alpha Sydney. We're already seeing Coleslaw having a big fly. Take us away with the action, guys.
At the moment, Richard Lover working the ball, slots into the middle with Dombo, hits to the side. He's trying to set up for his team. Look, Don, we always traditionally talk about both teams warming up in the first stages of the game. Nothing really eventuates, or to prove it wrong, which is Virtuoso, who usually scores a goal in the first 5 seconds, probably the most games we ever casted. But at the moment, they're just going to fill each other out. Sparks hitting on the side. This is a close shot, but a bit high, drops down into a dangerous spot. Not sure thing will clear for his team, but it's nothing really dangerous for the boys of the orange team. Sparks with a little bit of clear, sitting on the sword. Dombo trying to work it. Here comes the Richard Lover. It's a shot on, but cleared out by Sparks here, Don.
Yeah, we're watching the ball head on over to the orange goal, of course. That's the Alpha Sydney goal. Is it going to go in? Sparks just knocking it over the line in the last little bit. You can see French Fries knocking it all the way, juggling, and then Sparks. I'm not sure who was riding the ball on top, but it doesn't quite do anything when you're just sort of sitting on the ball, riding it into the goal square bars.
Invidious with the opening, pick up the first goal of this. I like to call it the best of 5, but it's not. It is the full 5 series. And just to explain that to the guys who weren't in the first game, yes, this season all teams will be playing the full 5 matches. And if you get 5-0, you get 5-0. And it's a little bit of demoralising, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. But at the moment, the team in front is Invidious for the blue team. There is a little bit of an attack at the moment. Dumbo stopping it going any further. Tries to aerial it out into an attack, but drops short. Coleslaw working. It's a shot by Fries! Oh my goodness, French Fries. Just top of the crossbar. It drops short, and now back in the middle. Sparks works it to the side. And the Coleslaw almost hitting into a nice position. There goes Sparks with the second. Does get cleared out by the Alpha Sydney team. And they work into an attack here, Don.
Yeah, we're watching the boys fly in front of this goal. Coleslaw knocking it out of this danger zone, coming right back to him. You can see, not a sure thing, is trying to link it up to one of his players. Richard is right in front of the goal, can't spike it. Dumbo as Bias goes crazy.
That's so dangerous.
It is.
That's so dangerous, John, because it's dropping out. Oh, what a shot!
Coleslaw, bang!
I totally stole your thunder.
Yeah. We're watching Coleslaw. He's gone for the fly, and that is an amazing shot because he's gone for the fly before he even knew the ball was coming down towards him. That preempting of where the ball is going to lie. That's beautiful, guys.
Yeah, it is. The sound of joust off for 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, and that is left as well. It hits out in the favour for the Invidious, for the Alpha Sydney team, but Invidious Sparks is working it. Dumbo there trying to stop it, so is Richard Lover. Sparks being the 2-on-1 situation. Now set up lovely for a shot on goal. Oh, French Fries just a bit wide, hitting the woodwork, and it'll drop back out, but a second opportunity is coming and gets cleared out by the Alpha Sydney team. So they're breathing here, Don, breathing quite heavily, and they're working overtime to try and get themselves in this game.
Yeah, you can see how hectic the first games always are. Both teams trying to get the upper hand on the other. You can see the 2-goal lead is, of course, in the hands of the Invidious boys. Alpha Sydney trying to get themselves on the board as we're seeing not a sure thing fly land on his head. Coleslaw's trying to keep it in that attacking side, isn't able to do so. Sparks trying to get it out of that corner and follow it up. It's been hit away from him, and now you're seeing not a sure thing have a bit of a fight for it. I think it was Dumbo that ended up getting it. Also, Richard is up in the attack. All 3 attackers are in this half now. It's Dumbo that goes back, realising that they've left their goals wide open. Not a sure thing. Hits it right into French Fries, the main man. The leader of the team ends up taking it out of that danger zone. Still there though. Coleslaw and Sparks, maybe a missed communication. Both trying to get it out as French Fries, trying to follow it up. It's gone back the other way. You can see the kick of the car footy here going absolutely bananas. Barney bananas as French Fries flies onto the ball buys. We're seeing the kick is really going strong.
I honestly want to know where Barney Bananas come from. Oh, it's a shot! It's another one. French Fries all of the boys from the Invidious on the scoreboard right now. French fries with a lovely play. Have a look at that. In it goes. In between the Richard Lover 69. Threads the needle. And look, after Sydney struggling big time, but there's a lot of pressure that you were just saying from like this typical car soccer what we were seeing. But that was amounting to something. And look, I think Alpha Sydney, that was probably the best opportunity to have a goal there. There were 30 seconds to go. They more need to think about setting up for more of their attacking style, but also clearing well, because as another shot comes and the floodgates start to open for the team of Invidious, Don, yeah, oh, fuck, I've just lost my train of thought. Yeah, all right, let that go. We'll come back to it in a sec.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They need to work out how they're going to clear the ball more effectively than they've been doing. And their attacks require all three of them to go right down the field. If you've noticed that, that means that Dumbo, he used all his boost to try and get back into the goal square. You saw him just before doing the double jump in the center.
What?
No, that's Coleslaw just going to get it. And I think they need to realise that although Invidious are a very aggressive team, there are ways, simple ways, that you're able to get the upper hand on the boys.
Yeah, there is. And the thing for Alpha Sydney and what they need to do here is they need to work out who's going up for it, who's clearing, who's attacking. A lot of that last 3 minutes we saw in that play, we saw almost two of them butting heads going after the ball in the midfield. And that's why it was going back and forth. They weren't sorting out, okay, you're going for this, you're going to get the high aerial, you're going to stay low, we're going to pass here. So it's a little bit of house clean they need to sort out. First game down in the favour of Invidious after Sydney with all the work to do here.
And big shout out to Richard Lover. He's just changed his name to OMG, and I think that was, I think someone might have got onto him about that, guys, because I mean, when you're going to win so many cash and prizes, it's not a big ask to not have male genitalia in your name. Like, it's not a huge ask.
Don't pin me into a corner, Don.
As we're seeing, the coleslaw man having a big fly. It's French fries that's heading up the line, the 50 line on this map now. You can see all three of them just juggling the ball in front, going from the left-hand side. Coleslaw looking for a spiker to get it in. Nobody being there. All of the Alpha Sydney boys are running after this ball in front of their goal, madly trying to get it out of this danger area. It's still up in this corner. You can see Richard having a bit of a fly. Can't make the connection. Not a sure thing. Has a fly. Preempts it. Doesn't get the connection either. Dumbo, first one to get it out of that danger area for Alpha Sydney guys.
Yeah, and you're talking about yeah, and it's a goal. Oh, you're talking about all the team players wanting to get up and attack. 1, 2, 3, they're all up there, but they're still caught out in position. So they're starting to work. Not a sure thing with a shot. Sparks hits it back out. Dumbo following up. This is the best opportunity for the Alpha Sydney team, but it gets knocked out by Sparks. Back in front, shot. Oh, Richard Lover. Well, it was the best opportunity for them right then and there, and it's now back in the defensive side. And they've got to sort this out. Not a sure thing. Hits it out of the goal. Works off the wall. Not a convincing hit there. So it limbles out as French Fries does a little bit of self-work and drops the ball in that process. Just knocks it forward as Dumbo goes up. So does the Richard Lover, but goes wide here, Don.
Yeah, we're watching Sparks in the corner, trying to get it out of there. Richard is trying to put it in front, looking for a spiker. They haven't had much luck with that.
Oh, what a save.
Dumbo, nice halo, going up directly where he needed to be. Now on the attack, bicycle kick in front of him. Another bicycle kick. French Fries tries to steal the possession, does so, puts it up in front of Coleslaw. Coleslaw now gets it back to Richard. This is a fight for the possession in the centre as Coleslaw and Dumbo both joust for it as they play more car football. It's going back in front of the goals. Coleslaw, French Fries and Sparks are all there actually. French Fries trying to have a bit of a go of it. Richard is the one who saved that, and we're watching another juggle in front of goals. It's all the boys there. They're trying to get it in. We're still donuts here. We're halfway through the second game, and we're looking at donuts across the board for these boys as you're just watching the back and forth keep going. The Alpha Sydney seem to have a better handle of this game early on, guys, than they did in the first.
Yeah, look, they're putting the pressure on at the moment, and they're working really well defensively. So if they continue this, they'll probably crack the 0 deadlock, get the first goal of the game. But it's back into defense for here for Invidious. So here comes out for Sydney, but it straight away turns around. Here goes Coleslaw, wrapping the wall. He'll pop it out. Dumbo reading it well, preempting the hit and knocks it. But Sparks is right back onto it. Sure Things missed it, cleared out by the Richard Lover. That's continuing to confuse the hell out of us. Changing his name all the time. He's now a. Oh, my God! I thought he was going to say yes, but that's the team name. It's now in the. You know what? I'm having a failing moment right now, John. But
that's all right.
There you go, mate. Check it over there.
We'll get there. You can see Sparks. He's having a red hot go of it, and the boys still fighting for control. The boost now is a massive, massive problem for these boys because every single player...
Sparks!
The game! Sparks! Oh! You interrupted me by getting a goal. You bloody legend. Look at how he juggles it off the wall and he's done a sideways bicycle pirouette.
Yeah, with the rear end hit. It was a rear end slotting.
Yeah, and that's going to be the first.
Top five jam. Plays of the week.
Shout out to Spread the Jam as we Dumbo with a nice halo. That came from absolutely nowhere. I thought that was going to be a goal for sure. You can see him now on the massive attack. He's just been demoed by Coleslaw. Coleslaw getting a bit tired of his business and puts the Dumbo ears to rest as he has another big fly pirouette in front of the goals. Is this... just to the right, too far, boys.
It's still set up here for the Upper Sydney team. They've gone a little bit wide. Dumbo working to the side. No one's clearing for Invidious. It's popped up high, heading out to the wing. Now, as we see the, oh my God, Richard Lover working it back into the defensive half. It gets slotted back. He's trying to turn it into an advantage. Shopping was not sure what he was doing. And now it's popped up high. Coleslaw. One last chance for the boys to convert. It's sitting high. Here comes Dumbo. Limited aerial boost. Cannot get the hit. And that is that round over. Invidious with the only goal for its Omega. And they're proving that they're a little bit stronger than the Alpha Sydney team at the moment. And a lot of work for the boys at Alpha Sydney to do.
Yeah, look, Alpha Sydney seem to have got their legs in the last game. It is a bit hard to say that. Look, you know, every game is so different, and you can't go into the next game as the last. But when you're playing against a team of such high standards, you can't have too many mistakes. I feel like Alpha Sydney were looking for goal spikers, someone to when they cross. There needs to be someone there, guys. You can't have three people trying to cross the bloody ball in front of goals. It's not going to go in. You need somebody to be there, like Sommer for a sequential. The reason he gets so many goals is because he sits on that 50 line.
Once again, the Invidious boys on the attacking front foot of this opening of the third game of the 5-game series that we're playing here tonight. This is the second match of the Cyber Gamer Pro League. Don Mega, yes, everything for Alpha Sydney, they need to be working well. And as you're saying, they're lacking that striker. Oh, what a save! Richard Lover, last night defense. There comes Coleslaw with a second. And another clear out from the Richard Lover working overtime. In comes French fries. You know what? Pepper of goal. That was going to eventuate in a goal early here in the first minute time.
Yeah, you can see it's been crossed. This is exactly what I was talking about. Alpha Sydney needed to do. You just need to spike the ball. Someone needs to be there. I think Alpha Sydney coming up into the pro leagues are going to see that every team is so different in the way that they play. You can't assume that every team is going to play the same. You need to adjust accordingly, which is something that they're going to be needing to do. Sparks carrying it almost all the way. He's hit the last line of defence and not a sure thing, trying to get it out of there. He's run into Coleslaw, and Sparks is also there as well, trying to juggle it. Coleslaw with the cross. It's been hit away by Richard. He's put it into the corner and going to clear it right downtown. Very nice little bit of play from him. He's been doing fabulous things as
opportunity.
Goal from him. He's cleared it.
They break the deadlock.
He's cleared it. He's put it downtown. It's hit. It's hit. It's been juggled in the corner, and he's been able to thread the needle past all three defenders. All three of them were there. Coleslaw, French fries, and Sparks, all there. And he was able to thread the needle between all three, creating a deadlock now of 1-1, boys.
Now, I was thinking with the play as they work into an attacking situation. Once again, Dumbo second goal.
Where did that come from? Richard, where the hell were you? He's come in. This is the cross. This is what they needed to do. They started doing what I said, boys. Maybe they're listening. Wouldn't that be something?
Well, I was just about to describe what they've been doing, and the fact is they've been hitting these long balls and high aerials on top of the goal. And what Invidious have been lacking is the clearance off the first bounce. And this is where the boys at Alpha Sydney, and they're attacking once again. Coleslaw another save. This is where they're actually playing their good game at the moment. They're in the front, and here comes a shot. No one back for them for the goals of Alpha Sydney, and an easy one for Coleslaw finishes it off. We went back to a pace, but we were really looking at Alpha Sydney with the momentum at the moment. They've got the attack on par. They need to keep the defence there as well. And work out the balance, especially in this game. It's very important that they get this one right, Don.
Yeah, it's just so important. I mean, you know, you don't have many chances to get out in front, and this is definitely one of them that they should take. As you can see, the ball hitting off the crossbar there, or the sidebar, I should say, as you're watching Richard trying to get possession of it, can't make it. Someone's landed on the ball. Coleslaw's followed it up beautifully from him. Not a sure thing, has missed it in the corner. Unfortunate for him, but Richard is there, going to have a bit of a dribble. He's been knocked away from it by Coleslaw. Now it's not a sure thing. Heading it towards the goal.
Oh, dangerous!
Tries for the save.
Are they going to be able? The save!
The halo from French fries. What
you called it too. You absolutely called that.
Oh! Spiking from Richard. That's his hat trick. There it goes. Now you know who the people to watch are on this team. Richard, it's bounced off somebody down by his left. I don't really know who that was, but it hit the side. You can see it bounce off once again. Richard going for the mid. Sparks is only there out of sheer convenience. It's been hit by Dumbo. Dumbo with a nice halo once again. Dumbo doing very nice work for his team, saving a lot of these last-minute halos that he needs to do. You can see him flying for the ball now. Sparks is also up in the air with him, and Sparks fighting to cross it to French fries, and he does so. Crossed to the Coleslaw. There was actually French fries that he was crossing to, so you can see Sparks here putting it directly in the centre. Not a sure thing, has moved, and I mean, boys, he needed to move, I think, in an upwards direction if you wanted to save it.
Well, the fact that they just hit it into the centre, and yes, I saw where you went with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on that. It's the fact that they put it in the centre is the most dangerous point of them all, and it's, of course, an easy goal. Coleslaw working up the side. It's a dangerous hit, and a save there. Still dangerous for Alpha Sydney. They're going to try and work it out. Not a sure thing. Waiting for it. He will just walk it out. He pimps out Sparks and also stops French Fries from scoring anything. Also working around. French Fries will pop for his team. Richard Lover just in the right place will pop it up, but it's now dropping. Here comes Invidious. They want it. They want to get in front here, Don, but at the moment they can't. And the response from Alpha Sydney is coming just as quick.
Yeah, you can see Dumbo following the ball, trying to he's trying to get back into this goal square. Does so beautifully. Bicycle kick out of the way. And it's 3-all. They need to be able to do something. They can't let any of these easy goals through. Dumbo needs to be back there, saving it for his team. Does go up. Now the goal square is open. Who's going to be there? They're trying to work it out. They do so. French Fries has a big fly for it. Not a sure thing. Has another fly for it as well. Knocking it into this attacking side they need it to be. Dumbo knocks it on. French Fries is just sitting in front of the goals, and Bicycle kicks it out of there, and Coleslaw will hit it into this mid area. Less than a minute remaining. We might be going to overtime here, boys.
But you know what? That would be exciting, because I honestly think Alpha Sydney have put in a really good game, and they should be in front at the moment with the momentum. But the boys at Invidious are holding him to the tee, and at the moment 3-all is how the score's going to go. You know what? Caster's curse. It's not going to be that anymore. Coleslaw slots it in with a tight slot.
Look at how he comes in on the ball, and he's flying directly diagonal. And that was a hard goal to get. I mean, Dumbo and Richard were right there, and he had to put it between both of them, boys. I mean, that's a bit devastating. As an Alpha Sydney fan, you really wanted them to win this game and put them on the good foot for the next one. I mean, Invidious have already won 2. This is the 3rd game. This will mean that we're playing the last 2, even though Invidious have won.
Yeah, and look, that's what we talked about. We're playing five games in this. If the one team wins the first 3, it's game over.
Oh, coleslaw again, bang, right through.
Yeah.
Rubbing salt on that wound now is coleslaw coming up for a big salad. Look at that, bang.
He's just following. You know what? He's following the ball so well. He's reading it so well. He's putting himself in the right position. And the thing is, in the Cyber Gamer Pro League, we expect big goals. Oh, it's a bitch!
Oh, talk about big goals! Look at what coleslaw does. He just got the hat trick. He's just done the hat trick. And then bang,
oh my goodness,
and it's come off
bitch.
whoever the hell that was that just came off. And coleslaw's gone, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Sparks has felt the electricity, and that's going to be the round.
Oh, wow.
And the game.
In a matter of seconds, opened this game up. We had 3-all with 30 seconds to go. And we were calling potential overtime. We said, look, Alpha Sydney deserve this. They should prove it. They can take the back 3. And all of a sudden, coleslaw goes bang, bang, bang. My game to steal, your game to lose. Bad luck.
Yep.
Good rounds go out, and coleslaw.
Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely have that one on replay afterwards because, that's, you really wanted a tight game. This is why we all come, because we want a tight game. We want to see both the teams play to their best of their ability as well. And sometimes that means that coleslaw gets 3 goals in 30 seconds, and it just absolutely opens the game up. You can see him already in front of goals, looking for a spike. It's juggled in front. It's juggled over the top, I should say, by the Alpha Sydney team. That was a beautiful little bit of play. They stopped him completely from being able to spike the ball in, guys.
Dumbo with a bicycle save, doing well for his team. Look, and in fact, we'll just keep following at the moment because he's putting some danger on the Invidious goalmouth. It's just a little bit wider, cleared out by Sparks. Now sitting central, Richard Lover. Well, he's worked it, and Dumbo's into an advantage spot. Here comes the shot. It's going. Oh, it's in this side.
Not a sure thing, I think. Stuff that for them, boys.
Definitely not a sure thing.
Yeah,
Coleslaw with an opportunity. Richard Lava comes across and clears for his team. Look, what we want out of Alpha Sydney now, we know they've lost. It's 3-0 at the moment. But what we want them to do is pick up the last 2, come have a momentum thing, and have like a side of clarity in terms of, right, this is how we're going to play this season. Let's finish this strong. As another shot comes. Oh, what a save by Dumbo. Wowzers. That was definitely another Invidious goal to open the deadlock in this 4th match done. But tell you, Alpha Sydney equal to the equation right now.
Yeah, you really think because Alpha Sydney don't really have anything to play for at this point, they can change their play style. Excuse me. They can change their play style up, and you might actually see them. Relax, and that'll lead to a lot more goals. Because they won't be locked into to the pressure that they felt earlier on in the game. We are hitting almost the 3-minute left mark here, and you're watching the back and forth come. Coleslaw having a nice spike. Dumbo's in the way. If we switch to Coleslaw once again, he's in this position to spike for his team. Now he's going back to defend, and French Fries will have a bit of a flight in the mid. He'll try to put it into the goals, nothing doing, and Coleslaw will try to follow it up from there. Putting it in is Sparks. He'll put it in right from the 50 line, and that'll be the first goal to break the deadlock, guys.
Oh, yeah, and Sparks once again doing it for his team. Look at that. Dumbo chasing it down. No way he's going to get that one as Sparks does well and opens the account for the team of Invidious. They're taking it to Alpha Sydney at the moment and showing, hey, welcome to the big boys. This is what you're going to be expecting from power ranking number 4 of tonight. And look, that might give them a little bit of contention moving up the power rankings, depending on how they finish this game off. As a demo comes from Sparks, Dumbo feeling the heat at the moment, but it is Alpha Sydney with the attack, and sure thing.
Not a sure thing.
Reading it well. Well, not a sure thing.
Accurate.
He made it a sure thing and slotted it.
French Fries didn't realise he was coming either, because French Fries went for the clear.
I think he's missed it.
And has he missed it? I thought he was going for the clear, and then it's come over his head, and not a sure thing has got the goal. That's going to. I hope that's going to give them a little bit of momentum. You can see Sparks in front of goal. He's trying to pass it to a spiker.
Oh,
Coleslaw is it, and that'll be the 2-1. As soon as you think you're in a position to get in front, you are slapped down by Coleslaw, just casual as you like, driving in front of the goals. A little bit of a turn, and it's gone through. He's obviously pleased with himself.
He is, and shout out from Crackerjack and Twitch. He's saying Alpha Sydney are a big overcommits at the moment, so we'll see how they go. They're like you said, Dom. They're at the end. Well, they've lost, so they can overcommit and they can have a go here. 2-1 is the scoreline. Is exactly round number 4 at the moment. Invidious in front, and French Fries slotting another one in the goal mouth, and doing it nicely.
Yeah, that's very nice of him. You can see that's exactly what they've sort of pracked for. It's going to be crossed from Sparks. It wasn't perfect, but French Fries will make it work. The leader of the team, of course, showing them how the goals are scored. You can see the goals are shared evenly between Coleslaw, Sparks, and French Fries. There's not a 3 or 4 hat trick. There's not a hat trick to be had. As we're still, I don't really know who's going to be the MVP of this game, boys. I really don't. I mean, Coleslaw got the most goals, but is it about the sheer amount of goals that you get, or is it? I mean, because Dumbo has been defending so well. He's got like at least 5 halos since we've been watching him. Are we going to give it to the losing team?
Well, we still have a minute and 30 seconds of round 4 and number 5 to go. So still plenty of time for both teams.
As I was talking, he just saved it from the goals. He's gone back now, and he's not there.
What's
and
happened?
they've scored. Oh, I think it's
Richard Lover's. I was sitting with Richard Lover, and he just stopped. I don't know if he stopped on just watching.
No, he has to.
Has he timed out? Has he gone? We'll see after this tip-off. I have no idea. No, he's still there. He's moving.
Still on 36 ping.
He just gave up.
I think he's a bit disenfranchised, because to make the boys play even when they've lost, that really is rubbing salt in it. Unless you're not taking. Yeah. I mean,
you got to grab the positive message out of it, Dom. Though, like, yes, you're losing. Yes, you're getting thrashed at the moment. It's hard, but you don't win by. You don't come into the league and win by a sure thing. You got to work hard for it, and if you get thrashed in the process, it's a learning curve. You'll come back next time you play these guys, and it'll be a competitive match because you know how they play. As another shot comes from the boys of Invidious, going wide on both occasions, heads and attacking from Alpha Sydney, working into the corner. Dumbo sets it back, and in comes Richard Lover. I held back because I almost said his real name. Richard Lover, 69. Oh my God, reading it well and well placed into the goal.
That is
awesome.
He's done that a few times actually, boys. Most of the goals that he has got, he's had to thread it past at least 1 or 2 defenders. There hasn't been a lot of times that Invidious have had an open goal and he's just been able to walk up like Coleslaw did a couple of games ago. So it's interesting from him, and you can see Sparks getting past 2 of them. Very nice from him. 5-2. Go the scores. 15 seconds to go. You think it's all done and dusted. You are definitely mistaken. Over not a short thing's head. He's a bit over it by now. He doesn't want to be or play a part of any game that you get thrashed, and that's understandable. But as Bai said, this is all a learning curve, and I think if Alpha Sydney now take this as a bit of a training game, and they can say, right, this is one of the best teams in the league, let's do something. Let's get a last minute goal! Bloody hell, Richard. Look at him go for it.
No.
He's passed it to himself, Bob.
It's an own goal. It's an own goal.
Is it? Ah.
Yeah.
I didn't even see French Fries there.
French Fries is own goal. He's own goal. He's rubbing the salt in the wounds. And we're still another game. Oh no. Shout out to Blinky OCE. He's going, where's the banner at? Well, give us some banner. We'll go crazy over it.
Yeah, how is Twitch chat looking, guys? Have people been as excited about this game as they should be?
We're ready too quickly. I didn't get the end score. I'm going to call it that. Okay, done. Sorry, Don. Shouldn't have ready.
Well,
Shout out to 111 viewers on the Soft Gamer Pro League TV. Get some, indeed. This is GameStar Bites and myself and Don, GameStar Don Mega, here with your commentary action for this second game tonight. And the opening goal! Dumbo!
Man, look at Dumbo coming off the wall, putting it right from downtown.
Oh.
Very nice pass, Sparks, and Coleslaw as well. That was very beautifully done from him, proving that Alpha Sydney are not going to take this lying down. They're at least going to get a couple of bloody goals past you because that's what they do best.
111 spectators just got their money's worth with a lovely goal from the side there and this pro action, Don. It's some crazy stuff and a good start for Alpha Sydney right now.
Yeah, buy some subs, boys and girls, I assume, because that supports everyone who plays, commentates, and watches, of course, as well. It supports the leagues in general. And a big shout out to our sponsors. And look at Richard trying to save it last minute. I was about to do a sponsor list, boys, but that was close.
It's close. It's dropped. French fries out of the air. Tries to go as well. Dumbo clears. And there is Coleslaw with the side slot off. Just clearing for his team. It is dropping dangerously for the Richard lover, but he's nowhere in position to really hit that at the moment. An aerial joust drops the ball low, still centered right now. Both teams wanting a piece of action. Is dropping lovely for the Coleslaw. Just saved by the halo from the Richard lover. He's actually playing really well at the moment, Don. He's attacking and defending well. And look, Alpha Sydney, I tell you, they were a bit slow out of the blocks, but the last couple of games they really are proving some nice play. They just need to put it on the back end and on the board.
Let's not forget that Richard Lover in the second game, I think it was, he got a hat trick. So he has been playing some nice Rocket League. Now you see Dumbo trying to save it. Also, Richard is having a bit of a fly for it, trying to get it out of that area in front of the goal square. You can see Sparks and French Fries both having a fly. Fortunate for Richard, he didn't. Neither of them were able to get it, and that left Richard to pass it to Dumbo, and that is how Dumbo scored. Look at the pass here. Coleslaw trying to get in front of it. He's doing a couple of flips off in the corner, not able to touch it in time, and that'll be the 2-zip scoreline. This isn't too bad, boys. If Alpha Sydney can take this game, a 4-1 game, that's not too shabby.
Not too shabby as an aerial. I haven't seen many of them. An aerial demo does well for Dumbo, and now the boys Alpha Sydney. Yes, you're saying 2-0. Still plenty of time. Here comes French Fries with a shot, but Dumbo saving once again for his team. It's still dangerous because he rebounded it really close to his goals. What is the Richard Lover doing? He's completely missed that and stuffed it to the side. A deflection coming from French Fries. Dumbo all over it, reading it well. It drops back to center again, and Invidious will reset, working around the goal. Coleslaw does the backflip. What do we call that? We call that a schmeevel in the game of Rocket League in Oceanic Rocket scene. Schmeevel got famous by doing the backflip and missing that and getting the goal scored on him. Here comes the Richard Lover, but it's a little bit wide. Coleslaw working to the side, passing to his team. Both of the boys up for Invidious, which has been interesting. So I think they might be working on a little bit of a strat play and letting off the gas here, Don.
Yeah, it does take the pressure off a little bit, and you can see Not a Sure Thing has just left the match. We can't call a timeout. Not a Sure Thing, obviously, is having some problems and difficulties.
He has to.
Yeah, he went for the ball and then ended up flying across the ceiling. And unfortunately for Alpha Sydney, the game's already been won by the other team, so we can't call a timeout for Not a Sure Thing not being there. It's just going to affect the statistics of the game in general. But nevertheless, Dumbo and Richard have some bloody solid work to do against 3 attackers now. They're going to,
Sparks!
I think we're going to see a lot of Richard and Dumbo in the goal square as Sparks. You can see him crossing it and has a bit of a fly.
Shout out RipNet. The rips are going out at the moment. And, not a sure thing.
Not a sure
this
thing.
Is not.
Maybe he's talking about his internet bias. No, his internet, not a sure thing.
Well, a minute and 25 seconds left for the boys of Alpha Sydney with their only 2 players to try and save every single goal opportunity. Yes, he does well there. And wow, what's Richard Lover doing? He puts it in a dangerous spot. They're gonna have to do some. You might actually see a personal dribble around 3 people. They might do that. Could be interesting.
I'd love to see some stuff like that. As we're seeing Sparks
Even a turtle in the goal.
Take possession of Richard, trying to get it out of this danger zone. Where in the last couple of seconds, we're going to do a big shout out to our sponsors at Mwave.
Oh!
And Netgear, Logitech, Plantronics, AK Racing and Turtle Beach. AK Racing, of course, making some of these beautiful chairs some of the players are sitting in now. And that is the 2 all, which we thought might happen because, nevertheless, when French Fries actually that was so kind of him, guys. I have to say, are we replaying the game because not a sure thing left? And they've got, in the time that he's been away, they've got 2 goals. Yeah. So, I mean, that was he didn't have to offer to do that. That's not part of the rules or anything. So, not a sure thing giving us his apologies.
It's good sportsmanship. It's what you like to see.
Excellent. And not a sure thing, obviously, being connected with Chicken Wire at the street level. Shout out to Australian Internet. We seem to have problems with it all the time. And Dumbo doing a nice little save. Last 30 seconds left on the clock. Not a sure thing getting it out of the goals. And Dumbo,
there's a solo.
He's been lost. He's lost possession by Coleslaw. It's not a sure thing. That's
got overtime. Give us the last. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's in front of goals. Hold your breaths. Pucker your lips. Is it about to go in? Are we going to see a repeat of the last game on the line? No. At 0 seconds left, we're not. And that is the winner to Invidious. They have scored all 5 rounds, boys.
They have, and dominated every single one of them. And that last one, well, that's not what we like to see in a competitive match when someone's internet affects them and drops them out. So I would definitely say to Sure Thing, get on that for Sydney and get them to get you a little bit of MBM package or move you into an area that's got it. Because you're going to need a champ if you're going to play a whole season.
It might just be a one-off thing, but let's talk buys MVPs.
Oh.
It is a hard one. I mean, we're watching now. Sparks has 3.
More defense. You're talking about Dumbo and Richard Lover. Those guys are so good, but you got to go to the winning team and the goals and the plays that were set up